Good morning, everyone. Today we need to take out page 141 from our math folder, and we're going to be working on lesson 6.4, Make Shapes in Solids. This is very similar to yesterday's lesson in that we are looking for plane shapes in our solids. However, we're not going to be imagining that we're stamping just the face down. We're going to be imagining that we're shining a flashlight over the top of the shape. So go ahead and grab out page 141 and let's work on this together. You may have some shapes like this at home and you may not. If you do, feel free to try this. So you'll just need a flashlight and a cone, a cube, a sphere, and a cylinder. And you probably have a sphere. You probably have a cone. You may not have a cube, but chances are you might be able to find something similar to it. And a cone you may or may not have. So what you'll do for this activity, if you like, is you can just take the solid shape and put it in your hand, and then with your other hand, shine the flashlight over the top of it, and then see what shape the shadow casts. So if I have a flashlight shining down over the top of the cone, it creates this shape. And that is a circle. So what you'll do here is you'll just make a circle in the white space. All right? For number 2, I have a sphere, and if I hold the flashlight over the top of the sphere, it creates a circle as well. So I'm going to trace that, and then I'm also going to make a circle over here. If I hold a flashlight over a cube, I get a shadow that is in the shape of a square. So I need to draw a square over here. I'm going to try and get a little bit neater this time. Okay, and now I'm going to hold my flashlight over the top of my cylinder. And when I hold the flashlight over my cylinder, I can see it makes this tiny little circle there. So I'm going to make another circle. These are the shapes that I can find in the solids. So I can find a circle, another circle, a square, and a circle. Let's turn over to page 142, and this time you're going to need your scissors and your glue stick. And with this, they're doing something kind of interesting with our geometric solids. And we know that a geometric solid is a 3D shape. It has height, width, and depth. So therefore, I could cut it in half, and that's exactly what they've done. They had a couple of foam shapes here. They had a cone, they had a sphere, they had a cube, and they had a cylinder. And somebody just sliced those things right in half. And after they sliced it in half, then they dipped it in paint. And they want us to see what shapes we can make when we dip the half into paint. So with our cone, when they cut that guy in half, what shape did they give us? Well, they gave us a triangle. So I would cut out this triangle shape, and then I would just glue it right up here. I'm just going to draw it on mine since I can't cut on the computer, but you get the idea. The sphere, they sliced right down the middle. This one's kind of easy to imagine. Imagine you have a lemon or an orange or an apple, and you slice it right in half. When you slice it right in half, you end up with a flat circle on each half. So you'll cut out the stamp of the circle, and you'll glue it right there. For the cube, this one doesn't really take a whole lot of imagination, because when you cut this thing in half, you still end up with a square. Look at that guy. He's exactly the same as the other faces. So I would cut out the square down here, and I would glue it right here by the cube. That's what I would get. And finally, with this one, they had a cylinder. So imagine that you cut a toilet paper roll right in half, right down the middle. And when you cut it in the middle, you would get this flat side here, which is a rectangle. Two sides at the top and bottom are the same, and two sides on the side are the same. This is the shape I would get, a rectangle. And that's all there is to it today. So finish up your work, glue those shapes down, and stick that guy back in your math folders. Good work.